Hello, welcome back to I Got Board Game. I'm Ben, and today I have an unboxing video for you. I'll be unboxing a game that I mentioned in a previous review of 5-Minute Dungeon. And so a follow-up game to 5-Minute Dungeon that has come out recently, from Kickstarter at least, is 5-Minute Mystery. And this is still in its shrink, reflecting my computer screen and everything and how I have things set up. But yes, I will be unboxing this for you today to give you a quick look at what the game comes with. I obviously haven't played it myself, so I won't be teaching how to play it or everything about it, but just a look at what comes with it. It's for 1 to 6 players and plays in 5 minutes, like the name says. And it's different from 5-Minute Dungeon in that it's supposed to be a cooperative kind of mystery solving game versus kind of fighting through a dungeon. You're going to be, I guess, collecting clues, cards, using a codex component, which you'll see to kind of track your clues, and then eventually trying to find the culprit who stole a MacGuffin from the museum. And so let's switch over to the table, and I'll start opening up and show you what's in it. So here we have 5-Minute Mystery. It looks really nice, has a really cool artwork and little nice bits of color to it. And so let me just quickly open the shrink. So there you go, out of the shrink, nice matte finish to the box. And then opening it up, have the note, thank you for backing, because I backed it on Kickstarter. And you have the how to play, the rule book. Let me kind of get it into the screen here. And it's actually, seems pretty short, this rule book. And so I did say it's 1 to 6, so there is the playing solo, so small changes to if you just want to try it out yourself. And then let's see, here are a bunch of tiles of the characters. So the characters, as you can see in the artwork, in this world are anthropomorphic. And so they're like these animal people in this world. And so I'll just open one of these to kind of maybe do a quick look at the tiles and the artwork. So these are tiles, not cards, at least in this version. And so maybe if I hold this up, you can see, or let me try like that. Abigail. And then, yeah, you have some other animal people, George, Maurice, Braxton. So there's a lot of these, and I think these are all the possible suspects that are going to be randomly chosen at the beginning of the game when you're setting it up. And obviously only one of them will be the culprit that you'll need to come to deduce. And another stack here. And then there's a stack of, I guess this is probably red herring tokens, which look like a module in the rule book. And then you have what looks like, I'm not actually quite sure, but it looks like like a lot of either reference cards or different ways to either track your information or set up a game. Let me look really quickly to see what this is called in the rules. Oh yeah, well, there's reference cards But then also I think there's locations in this deck too. So let me actually see if I can open this and do a quick look at those locations to show you what the art looks like. So it is all opening pretty nicely. I want to make sure that when I'm rushing that I'm also not damaging any of my components, but it is opening pretty well. They feel very chunky. So yeah, these are all, the front are all these reference cards. Good, there's 6 for 6 possible players. And then, here you go. Locations in the museum, it looks like. So these look really nice. This artwork is very vibrant, good shadow lighting. And so I think you might be looking for certain symbols or colors that show up on these locations while you're playing. And so this is a whole big stack of them. And then you have a deck of suspect cards, which this might be more of the way that you probably shuffle and choose one randomly from this deck. And then those cardboard tokens I had shown earlier, or maybe just other markers for them, for the possible suspects. And then you have, I think this is probably more of the setup cards of like how to set up the scenario or the goal you're playing for. So this top one says, the case of the grand opening. Someone has stolen the MacGuffin. I'll wait 10 minutes before opening the museum, but not 1 second longer. Now it's 9 minutes. And it just says, catch one culprit. And so there might be different goals as you go. Let me kind of open this quickly and see how it might change. So the case of Blue's Clues, the 2-for-1 sale. So all of these so far say like catch one culprit, but there's other little rules that you need to follow while you're playing them. And I think the top, this green ribbon is maybe referring to the difficulty. Then there's like yellow, red, yeah, and even blue or purple, blue. So, I mean, I don't want to flash all of them so that it doesn't spoil it, but yeah, there's, I think this kind of difficulty indicator in the top corner there. And then lastly, the big component, the codex. And so let me actually take this out. So this is a big chunky piece of plastic, a toy kind of a thing, if you will. So I think you're gonna basically be going in a certain order to track which symbols or clues you're coming across and putting them in order to try to maybe match what's on a card when you're trying to solve the mystery. So this is pretty fancy. Has a nice clicking into place feel, so it's not just constantly like round and spinning. And so yeah, that is an unboxing of all the pieces in 5-minute mystery. And so hopefully I'll get to try this out soon. Should play really quickly, whether I even try it on my own or hopefully with some other friends eventually. And hopefully I'll get you a review of this game. But for now, if this seems interesting, hope you'll maybe look into it, or you can even check out my review of 5-Minute Dungeon. I'll put the link in the description and see if this kind of series, this line of games, appeals to you. And so with that, thank you for watching. Until next time, see you then. Bye.